hundreds of dollars on makeup without sacrificing quality? I'm a licensed cosmetologist in the state of New York, and I've worked at New York Fashion Week, on TV shows, music videos, and more. Along the way, I picked up so many tips from pro makeup artists, and I'm sharing the best ones with you today. I'll even do a side-by-side comparison of cheap versus expensive makeup to show you what's really worth the splurge. For those of you who don't know me, ciao amici, I'm Hackrobat, an Italian-American aerialist located in New York, here to help you save time and money. From quick tips to budget hacks, let's make life easier and keep your wallet full. And if you're a returning viewer, welcome back. First thing you should know, I have two makeup bags. The first one is my quick and cheap bag for remote meetings or quickly running out the door when I don't care as much how I look. Second bag is my nice makeup for when I'm filming YouTube videos or I'm going out and I know that I'm gonna be in a lot of photos. Funny enough, some of the makeup in my expensive bag is actually from the Dollar Tree. So today I'm gonna compare the cheap products along with the pricier ones, and I'll show you a side-by-side comparison so you can see if the expensive stuff is worth it. Spoiler, it's not always worth it. Concealer is my first step. I have combination to oily skin, and every primer I've ever tried just makes my skin look oilier. Cheap option, Dollar Tree concealer. The name kind of rubbed off on this, and I just can't tell you the brand name on it, but it costs $1.25 and I've been using it for months. Expensive option. I use IT Cosmetics Bye Under Eye. I use a lighter color in the winter and a slightly darker color in the summer when I'm tan. Concealers can have different colors like peach, salmon, and green to cancel out the purple in under eye circles. Normally it's $25, but I got this one as a free sample. The verdict. The first time I used IT Cosmetics, I was blown away. It covered anything and even lasted all day. But honestly, the $1.25 concealer gets the job done just as well for most days. Foundation is where things get slightly more interesting. If I'm in a rush, I'll skip it altogether. But when I do use it, I learned to stretch it out with a few tricks. The cheap option. A makeup artist gave me a spray foundation that they just didn't like, and I've been using that for most of my cheapy days. This one is discontinued. It's a Sephora brand, but I have seen it on sale from $10 to $40 from third-party sellers. For comparison purposes, I don't use Dollar Tree foundation, and I'll tell you why in a little bit. The expensive option, Dior Forever foundation. Again, I have two, one for the summer and one for the winter. I had a Sephora worker match my skin tone to these colors, and I do stretch the foundation by adding a few drops of water, and the amount of water does vary with each product. Some of them are more condensed than others, some of them are thinner than others, so that will kind of have to do with whatever you buy. With these ones, I add maybe half a teaspoon. The cost here is $57 per bottle, but I bought it at a duty-free shop in the airport, and I haven't bought foundation in, I don't know, 4 years. I also wet the applicator sponge beforehand to further stretch the product and make it look more natural. The verdict. Foundation is something that is put on such a large portion of your skin. I would never purchase something like foundation from the Dollar Tree because of the kind of real estate that it takes up on your face. This was also a pro tip from a makeup artist that I worked with for over 10 years. I absolutely love these two Dior foundations and I will never ever go back. And also I don't use them that often, so it's fine. The cheap stuff, once this kind of runs out or like any of the free samples that I use runs out, I will likely maybe just go to CVS and I'll try one. But Dollar Tree, it's just, the product is not there. The quality is not the same, in my opinion. Step 3 is setting powder. If you have dry skin, you can skip this step, but for us oily folks, setting powder is a must to avoid looking like a grease ball by noon. The cheap and expensive option is the same here. I use arrowroot powder. It's phenomenal, it's super cheap, and it lasts forever. I bought this 8-ounce bag for about $11.40 2 years ago and have barely used a third of it. This stuff will probably last me 8 years. I just take a little bit and put it into like an old powder. This was, I think, Bare Minerals. I put it into like this, like, it has this, like these holes to like shake the arrowroot powder out. I put that here and then close it, and that's about it. Step 4 is highlighter. If I'm doing a more natural look, I'll apply the highlighter right after my foundation and under my bronzer and my blush. If I'm looking for something more glamorous, I'll apply it after the bronzer and the blush. The cheap version. This is Sugar Box face highlighter. Again, a makeup artist gave it to me, but you can find it on, I think, Mercari for about $6. Dollar store highlighters work just fine too. Highlighters also last like forever. So I've had this for like years. Expensive version. This is unfortunately another freebie from a makeup artist. It is called NAC. As you can see, there's so much more left. But expensive highlighters can cost anywhere between $8 to $32 or even more. Verdict, just buy a cheap one. Dollar Tree works fine. Step 5 is bronzer. Bronzer is always one of the things that I never have to buy because I always have some lying around. For cheap ones, I use Ipsy subscription samples. I used to have an Ipsy subscription like, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago, and I still have makeup left over. I spent about $3 on each product because you get 5 products a month and the entire bag is $15. So that equates to about $3 per product. And this is the one I use. It's actually like a contouring palette, but it really works well as like a bronzer and it helps you look really snatched. It's by Luxie. The expensive version, I use either Dior or NARS. This again, I've had for maybe 3 years and I still have a little bit over half left. And bonus tip, when you order from the actual Dior website rather than Sephora, you get so many more free samples and like big stuff for free, and this was actually free 3 years ago. I bought this and I got this free. I did buy these from Sephora first because I felt like the girl matched me and like she did a lot of work, but after that I just kept going to the Dior website to purchase stuff. My verdict for the bronzer is Dior is best. Again, it takes up a large portion of your face, so buying the more expensive one, but I would purchase a dollar store one for most days. Step 6 is blush. I'm not a huge blush person, which is why I haven't bought blush in maybe 15 years. The cheapo version. This is Evalonia Cream Blush, and it's from an old Ipsy subscription. So again, it cost me about $3. I'm not a fan of this kind of creamy blush because you have to apply it with your fingers, but it works for most days. The expensive version is one that I got from Estee Lauder from about 15 years ago. It's part of this palette. It's falling apart. It's this color here, and sometimes I'll mix it with this eyeshadow here because it's a little pinky. If I ever run out, a new one would cost $30 to $58, but I still have a ton of palettes from NARS, from Dior, from all these like free samples, so I probably won't have to buy this for a very long time as well. The verdict. If you don't use a lot of blush like me, I just really put it on my cheeks and that's it. The cheap version is just fine. Step 7 is eyeshadow. In my opinion, expensive eyeshadow is a scam. And again, this is coming from a makeup artist who I worked with alongside as a hairdresser for Fashion Week. The only difference between the cheap brands and the expensive brands is that the expensive ones are either double or triple pigmented. But you can get 4 eyeshadows at the Dollar Tree for $1.25. The cheap version, I believe I got this one from the Dollar Tree. It was $1.25. It works great. The expensive version. Some of these, like the MAC one, I got this as a gift, but some of them can go from $52 to $100. To me, it's 100% not worth it, especially when you're using dark, heavy pigmented colors like black. While using them, if you grab just a tiny bit more than you're really supposed to, it can leave you looking like a raccoon. Step 8 is eyeliner and eyebrow pencils. I again haven't bought eyeliner in like 10 years because I sharpen the kind of old school ones. Hold on, let me find one. This is my eyeliner. The name has since rubbed off, but yeah, every time it gets down, I just keep sharpening it. I like the pencils better than these like winding ones, especially when it comes to eyebrow pencils, because one time I did purchase an eyebrow pencil that was this kind of, I guess, the screw one. I don't know what it's called. And it lasted for 3 months. This has lasted me for like 5 years and it's like $3. The verdict, the cheap ones are better. Mascara is self-explanatory and my trick is to revive it with contact solution when it starts to dry out. The cheapo version is the dollar store mascara for obviously $1.25. I haven't bought a new one in about 2 years, and I could also teach you how to clean it and sanitize it in another video. So the expensive one is not actually that expensive. I use Sephora's Outrageous Curl. It's my favorite mascara of all time, but it's been discontinued. I don't use very fancy ones like Dior's $33 one. This one was about $13. The verdict is I don't use these ones as much. I use both. I think that these ones are great, but they are really difficult to take off. So I generally, day to day, I prefer these ones, but these ones just give you more volume, give you more length. I like them a lot better. Step 10 is lipstick is one of those things that you can go either way. For the cheapo version, I use either Dollar Tree lipstick or old Ipsy subscription lipsticks. So that could be anywhere from $1.25 to $3. The expensive one, I've again had these for about 4 years. I bought 4 of them. I still have, I think, about 2 of them left in reserve. In my opinion, I don't think it's worth it to purchase expensive lipstick or lip gloss. Dior lipstick goes for $40 to $50. Again, they do work great, but the pricing is just unnecessary. What's the best makeup product you've ever found in a discount store? Drop your answers in the comments below. I love hearing your finds. And if you found this video helpful, be sure to like and subscribe for more tips and tricks. I'll see you in the next one.